We are live wire right here with my boy Nathan Burton. Very, very special guest, Nathan, Tom Green coming up. But
huge
I gotta
show.
tell you, huge, and it's great to have you back. I know you were gone last month.
I'm sorry I couldn't make it. I was in China, then I went to Houston for the NBA All-Star, and I missed it by a few hours. So
and how did it go? How did this tour to China and then Houston?
You know what? I felt like I was Criss Angel in China.
Oh, stop.
There was huge crowds. They were screaming, and I was like, "Is this me?" And they're like, "Oh, they think Criss is here." And I was like, "Oh."
It was great. So you played for thousands.
Thousands. It was like doing one of your shows.
Like groupies, the whole thing.
I didn't have, you know, I don't know how you say loyals in Chinese, but
yes.
There was a couple.
Groupies.
But groupies
in China.
Loyal in Chinese. But let's talk about, you have this movie
out.
Let's talk about. I saw you.
Let's talk about China.
How does it feel? Forget about China.
I'm turning into Tom Green. China.
Let's talk. How do you feel?
China.
You have Jim Carrey playing Criss Angel in this movie.
Green, huh?
How do you feel about Jim Carrey is playing you in this movie?
I think it's crazy. I mean, I was talking about it before.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that he borrowed from a few people, but.
I'm going to tell you, it's Criss Angel. He's got the long hair. Now it's an ombre like blonde and dark, which I don't think you ever had. But he's ripped. He never wears a shirt, and he like cuts and pulls out the card. And
You're trying to say that I walk around with no shirt on?
I mean, it's kind of unzipped a little bit. I mean.
Yeah. No, I can't wait to see it. Oso's excited to see it, by the way, as well. Right, Oso? And we are going to see it. We're going to go see it this weekend.
And I think they have a person that plays Tommy in the movie. He's like the guy that, you know, follows you around.
Oh, yeah?
And so even they have a spoof of Tommy in it.
So he's a white bald guy?
He's a bald guy. He has a black shirt.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. They have like black tight T-shirts. I mean, everybody, I mean, you got to,
And he told me about the bed.
They have a huge, yeah, they never
been to, maybe they saw it online or something.
It's huge. He says if the phone rings and I have to answer it and I'm on the other side of the bed, I miss the call.
Okay.
So.
Well, you got to have a big bed, you know?
I mean.
Yeah.
It says, in the movie, it said you could sleep 24 people in it.
Yeah. I basically am sleeping by myself. Me and my cat, Hammy.
But I think this is what we should do. We should go to the movie. I'll set up a flip camera. We'll watch your reaction because you know there's some you know little digs.
You know what you'll basically see? Popcorn.
Peanut M&Ms.
Yeah, popcorn. Yeah, just munching.
But yeah, so I think we should talk about that next month because it's a.
But just let's talk a little bit about China. Let's just tell us any crazy experience that happened.
Before we did the opening show, they were like, we have to do the ceremonial cutting of the pig.
Mm-hmm. Really?
They bring out
a pig.
They brought out a huge deep fried pig, and they hand me this big butcher cleaver thing,
really?
And they and cut it open, and the crew's like, oh yeah, and they start eating this pig. It was good, and it was like this.
Did you eat it?
I didn't. It was like 2 hours before showtime, so I did not eat the pig. Don't tell anybody in China. I didn't eat the pig, but yeah, there's my weird story.
Wow.
Yeah.
Eating a pig.
Huge pig.
We're not talking about we're talking about a pig.
We're not talking. Yes. We're talking about a real pig.
And how many shows did you do in China?
We did like 6 shows in this big arena.
And then you went to Houston.
Went to Houston.
You missed Loyal Saturday because you did the Jam.
Yeah, the NBA All-Star. We made some of the big basketball players appear, and we flew back, and I missed it, and that was the first live wire I've missed. And I apologize to everyone that I missed the show. I'm sorry.
Yes. Okay.
It won't happen again.
You know where Mateo is?
He's doing
in Japan right now. He's in Japan.
Right now. Not what was on his Twitter. Oh, I got it. That was a setup.
All right, enough about this. I want to get to.
So it's St. Patrick's Day weekend. How did you get so lucky to book somebody with Green in their name?
Well, I just, you know, I've been a huge fan of Tom Green ever since, you know, he came out on MTV. And, you know, this guy really started the viral sensation. I mean, he was like the guy to do that stuff, and then everybody else, you know, whether it's Bam, you know, the whole parent dynamic situation, they kind of like bit that from Tom Green. Whether he admits it or not, we'll find out. But you know, this guy's like a real pioneer at this whole thing. And for me to have this and to talk to the guy that did it from his house, that did public access, that did it so successful that it got picked up on MTV. And then he's done, you know, Freddie Got Fingered, you know, so many different movies.
A lot of great stuff.
Right, a lot of great stuff. And then he even hosted Letterman's show when Letterman couldn't do it.
Ah,
Which I mean, can you imagine growing up watching Letterman like he did and I did and you did, and then
sitting there.
hosting the show? Like, surreal.
And how, tell the loyals, how do we get these guests? Do we have a talent department that
No,
scours?
It's just people that I come across that I am friendly with, that we have mutual respect, that come see the show. And I just say, you know, Tom, you want to come be on the show?
Did you do that in person? Do you text him? Do you call his agent? Do you call his manager?
No, we just talk directly. Like, Tom's been to my house.
And she's coming over.
Tom, we're hanging out tonight. I don't know if you're going to come by. You're welcome to. I don't want to create anything, but you're always welcome to come by.
Thanks, Tom.
You know, but
Thanks.
But
you're in the movie, Tom.
But no, Tom's just like a cool guy. He's just like totally chill. He has no attitude.
You're the one responsible.
He's just down to earth.
You get the guests.
Everybody, you know, Taboo last month.
Let's go now.
Taboo. Who do we have last month?
We've had Ice.
No, you weren't here. What did you? Who? Coco was on.
Oh, she was back.
Yeah, Coco was on. She's back. Flavor Flav. You know, just friends, you know.
But you're the loyals need to thank you. You're the one that get these amazing
No,
guests.
no, I need to thank these guests because, you know, they're doing it. They're not getting paid, you know.
Well, they're not here to see me. They're here to talk to you. I mean, that's why they're your friends.
Let's talk to them. Let's talk to specifically Mr. Green.
Let's bring him.
Tom Green, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, a little bit of music. Dun, dun, dun,
yeah.
Dun. My back is killing me.
How are you?
What's up, Tom? You like the music coming in?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
oh my God! Oh my God! Great to be here. Look at that.
Yes.
Oh wow, cool. It's got my name on the screen.
Yes, Tom Green.
Unbelievable.
It should have been in green though.
Yeah, the technology.
We
these
put
days.
this all up here just for you.
Yeah, no, this is great. This is really nice. The packing crates, it's a nice look.
Yeah.
No, this is This is exciting.
It's like being at home.
Yeah. No, it's cool. I do feel like I called it Webovision in my house. So when I did the show, I called it the Webovision, and we built a mini version of this amazing facility that you've got here. It's incredible.
So your like living room would be the Webovision.
Yeah, I did that show. I started it in about 2005, and we had the cameras, we had a TriCaster, and we had all these.
You had a camera in your refrigerator.
Camera in the fridge.
Yeah.
And invited people on, and we talk, and it was a lot of fun. But I stopped doing it. A couple of years ago, and I started touring. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, your tour is going amazing because I actually saw the show.
Yeah.
It was so good. I'm coming back on Sunday to see you again.
Yeah, I think this is so cool.
I think I'm like stalking him.
Yeah,
I think I'm a little stalker.
I think it's
a little
cool.
bit of a stalker.
This is so cool. Okay, this is what happened.
I'm doing his bit right now.
Yeah, you can do, yeah. This is like here. I've started coming to Las Vegas a few months ago to do this show with Steve-O from Jackass. We're doing a comedy double bill at the Riviera, and this is the third month we've been here. And last month, you know, went out to the the nightclub after because I like to party, right? And I was out at the club and a nice club partying in Las Vegas, and I was walking through the club partying and get a little tap on my shoulder.
I ran up to him like a little.
You.
Can I get your autograph, Mr. Green?
And you invited us. We'd never met before. You invited us over to your table, and now we've been. Now we're here doing the show, and you came to my show, and it was,
came to my show.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's really, really awesome of you, man. Thanks for having me on.
It's great.
Making me feel welcome in Las Vegas.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, how could you not, man?
Yeah.
Tom Green.
No, that was cool, man.
Tom Green. Tom
Are you
Green.
guys done? That was.
Yeah,
the
it's like a love
bromance.
fest.
I just want to set the tone.
No, it's
everybody
great.
Let people know how this all came
Let's
together.
talk about it
It's
between the
pretty
two
cool.
of you. You guys have had a lot of celebrity friendships with women between the two of you, right?
Oh,
Between the two of us?
absolutely.
Well, not
No,
between
not
the two of you, but
Sounds
you
a
guys
little
have
strange
covered
there.
Hollywood, right?
We're not going to start off with a question like this, Nathan.
I was like, let's take it up a notch.
He's going to get
Hey,
up
let's
and
talk
walk
about
out.
my testicular and cancer.
Yeah.
Something more positive.
Wow. Zoom in.
All right. Well, let's. Well, he dated Drew, and I'm not going to put him on the spot or anything like that because I don't want to
You've
do
dated
that.
a couple.
Everyone always brings up that I dated Drew Carey. It's I just kind of wish. I
and then he started to host the Price is Right, and then you left.
Yeah,
him,
exactly.
Right?
He got too busy, and yeah, no, it's been interesting, because I started a show like you mentioned on a public access TV station in Canada when I was a kid, and the next thing you know, you're you're living in Los Angeles.
It happened like this for you.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I did the show for many years in Canada and was living in my parents' basement and doing this public access thing, and studied television broadcasting in school so I could learn how to plug all these cameras in and stuff. And 'cause I figured I'd never be able to get a TV show unless I just made a TV show myself. And it was that early years where you could actually do that. You know, you could go get a video camera for the first time and go do it. So my friends and I, we just went and did it. And you know, it was a surreal experience getting picked up by MTV, because all of a sudden you're, like you said, on Letterman and you know, meeting you know,
on Oprah, the Slutmobile, all this crazy.
Yeah, Oprah brought my parents and I on the show like 2 weeks after we'd been on the air on MTV, and you know, it's funny because we didn't have MTV. We don't have MTV, or didn't have MTV in Canada growing up. It's there now, but we didn't have it then.
So did you realize how big MTV was at the time?
I mean, I knew it was big, but I didn't really know the instant impact it had on pop culture.
Yeah, because you probably, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you probably one day you're like just doing this out of love for what you wanted to do, and the next day you're on MTV, and then you can't walk outside because people are driving you crazy, right?
Yeah, it was a crazy sort of whiplash kind of effect. You know, I thought maybe the show would go on the air and they'd air it once a week, and maybe not many people would see it or whatever. But the way MTV was back then, they didn't have that many shows. There was like 2 other shows: the Real World, Road Rules, and Celebrity Deathmatch, and us. Wow. And they would air the show 5-6 times a week. Remember how they used to air like a show, like they do these marathons.
Blocks,
And so it was pretty crazy, you know. It was pretty crazy. It was very exciting. It's been cool, and obviously MTV hooked me up in a big way. And you know, if they hadn't picked up my show off the public access station, I don't know what I'd be doing today. So you know, it was pretty cool.
Well, what you were doing back then was stuff that was really fresh and innovative, and stuff that I always say, you know, all the money in the world can't take a bad idea and make it good. But when you have a good idea, you don't need all the money in the world. Yeah. And you had a great idea, and you took that man on the street kind of thing, you took your parents and the dynamics of that relationship and put it out there in a way that people could relate to it, people thought was hysterical, and were able to capitalize on it. And then you had all these people that were kind of, you know, copying that in a way, and now it's like, you know, everywhere, you know, on YouTube everybody has a camera, everybody's shooting something. How does that make you feel, like when you see a show like MTV then did BAM, right, and they have the family and the dynamics, and you have all this other, does it make you, do you feel honored that you were the guy to really kind of do that to the extent of really making it, you know, groundbreaking and innovative and being the first one to really put it on the map in that way? Or does it piss you off, like, man? No,
it doesn't piss me off. I'm good friends with Steve-O, right, from Jackass, and I don't know Bam as well, but I've met him a few times, and I think it's really cool. And I think they were doing things at the same time as me in Canada. It's just when I went on MTV, MTV hadn't really done that kind of stuff yet. And so, you know, if anything, I kind of feel like maybe I made MTV realize that people liked that kind of thing, and then they went and looked for other people who were doing similar types of things. But because when I first got on MTV, they like, you know, we sent them all the tapes from Canada. We had 7 years worth of pranks that originally I sent them 5 bits, and they said, you know, we got a call back, and they said, do you have any more of this stuff? I said, I got about 800 more of them. Wow. They said, well, send them. So they gave me their FedEx number. I shipped them boxes of, you know, of tapes.
Now, was it MTV, or was it a producer working for MTV,
it was
like
actually,
a production company?
It was actually MTV. I was directly with one of the executive producers there, or producers there, and executives there, I guess you'd say. But so then the next thing you know, the tapes started getting passed around MTV. They just virtually said, well, okay, we're going to do 10 episodes, where they brought me to New York, and we'll just have you throw to all your old clips. That was going to be the show. So it was kind of an interesting way of getting on television, because we'd already shot the stuff. Yeah, and now it just became like, they started trying to re-edit it. You know, we're going to take, you know, we go on the street and do pranks, right, on people. And they'd take the video that I'd edited, put it in a edit bay, and then they'd start editing all the meat. They take all the old people out of it, actually, is what they do. I say, why are you taking, because, you know, I'd do something crazy on the street, and then you'd sort of have some old people like looking at me like, what, you know, what the hell is this? But they'd take it all out, and they'd say, well, you know, we can't have anyone over the age of 30 on the air. And I thought, but don't you understand? We're making fun of old people.
Right.
That's the whole joke. It's the reaction shot, right? This is what we were talking about this the other day, right? In your show,
the guy grabbed your microphone.
In your show, the reaction shot is a huge. It's the punchline, right? It's the reaction, right? So it was really frustrating at first because I sort of felt like we were on the cusp of this sort of new wave of guerrilla comedy, and I was in there and I was sort of trying to say, no, we're going out, we do something crazy, then we get the reaction, then we put it all together, and it took a few months for them to really get it, and I really had to kind of fight for it, and because I was sort of a stubborn and young, passionate, maybe a bit naive kid, I really dug my heels in and fought for my stuff. So and then when it went on the air, it worked. And so I do sometimes think that maybe I did help define that idea
without a question. And the one bit that you did with an older person, which is hysterical, is that guy that was on the street that kept on grabbing the microphone. That you ask him, "Where are you going?"
Yeah,
exactly. That was a simple question. Where are you going?
Yeah, I call it the none of your damn business guy.
Oh, yeah.
It's none of your damn business where I'm going.
Yeah.
Do I ask you where you're going? No, because that's none of your damn business. That's nobody's business but my own. You can watch it on youtube.com/Tom Green. I'm taking all the old stuff and I'm putting it up on YouTube, and it's kind of been the thing that's pretty amazing about the internet and video on the internet now is that all these old bits have this new life.
Right.
And
new audience.
When I made this stuff, when I was out humping a dead moose at the side of the road, back in those days, you'd air it once and then assume that nobody would ever see it again, but maybe they'd talk about it and tune in the next week. If I'd known that it was going to live forever on the internet, I would have never done it. That's going to haunt me for the rest of my life.
Some of the things that you've done to your poor parents are going to haunt them for their rest of their life.
Yeah, absolutely.
One quick bit that you've probably seen that you probably could see on your YouTube channel as well is the bit that when you painted two lesbians on the hood of your dad's car and then called it the Slutmobile.
Yeah, the Slutmobile. Yeah.
Right, and then he had to get up and this is real, by the way. This is not like set up or anything. He was really hiding. It would look like a garbage, like where you put your trash cans or something.
I was hiding in the trash can.
Yeah, and then you had the camera, and he got up, your dad, in a suit, going to work, and he looks at the car, and he's like, and then you come out, like, Dad, I thought you'd like it, and then he ends up walking to work.
Yeah, and that was our first that was our first kind of more elaborate prank where we actually invested a few bucks into like getting this professional airbrushing job done. And it's sort of a little bit of a magic trick in a way because I've told you how we did it. Like, it was this really professional airbrushing. Like when you see the side of a van in the 70s, it's this sort of really graphic and realistic, pornographic image. So obviously it took about a week for that paint to dry. So what we did is we went and bought a hood of a 1992 Honda Accord, the same color. Had it painted the week before, and then in the middle of the night we just switched the hoods. And then when filmed my parents, still they got angry, and right before they were really about to call the cops, that's when we said, no. And then we switched the hood up. But we never showed the switch.
Did they actually ever call the cops on you?
They never actually did call the cops.
But they threatened?
They threatened to call the cops, yeah.
Did you ever get injured doing some of these crazy things? Like I know, the timing that you when that guy was grabbing, you kind of were timing because you knew how fast he could throw, and you were like. But did you ever actually get into it with something like the pizza undercutters? Yeah,
that was about as close as it got. Yeah, that was about as close as it got. I think kind of
that was real. The guy with the
the undercutters pizza. That was a surprise. That was one of the first bits we shot in America, and. They'll hit you in America. We've done a lot of on-the-street stuff in Canada, and people are a little more polite up there, I guess. But when we went over to Long Island, and
it was in Long Island. That's where I'm from. What part? Do you remember the town that was in?
No, I'm not sure exactly.
You want to they can see this clip, but just give them the quick one sentence.
Yeah, the basic idea was I had a pizza guy costume on, and we created a skit called Undercutters Pizza. And so the idea was I would wait till the pizza guy goes on his delivery, and then I follow him, and I have a blank pizza, and a plain pizza, and I had a fishing tackle box filled with, pepperoni, tomatoes, green peppers, mushrooms, all the sort of condiments, right? And so then when the pizza guy's walking up to the house, I would walk up beside him, pull out the plain pizza when the guy comes to the door, ask him what he ordered, and then start making what he ordered.
Say it's
and
gonna be
undercut,
cheaper.
give it to him for $1 cheaper, a dollar cheaper. You get $1 off. The thing is, it was supposed to be a prank on the pizza guy. Like the pizza guy was supposed to be the guy that got mad. But actually, in this case, the guy living in the house, the Long Island guy, who was like out
pissed.
working on his car, he was pissed. He was just mad that we were on his property. I guess you don't walk onto people's property in America. Even if you're offering them a discount pizza, you don't want to. And he came at me with a hammer. But I think the thing
How
is,
did you get the release for that?
well, that's an interesting question, and and we did get a release for it several days later. And that was something that we had to deal with as well when we went on MTV.
Did you give him a pizza to sign for it?
Well, no, we would actually what we would do is we would send hot chicks to the house. Whenever we couldn't get a release for them, we'd send hot chicks back with production assistants from MTV with a clipboard, and they'd kind of go over and talk to them. And then if that didn't work, then sometimes we try to give them like $100 or something like that. And then if that didn't work, then we just wouldn't be able to air the bit. But it was sort of interesting how, like, when people kind of cool down and realize that it was for MTV, a lot of times they just sign.
Right.
So
Oh,
what
that's
happened.
cool.
Hot chicks. Make a note of that.
Hot
Yes,
chicks,
hot
absolutely.
chicks.
Write that down.
People
like
Tommy,
hot
write that down.
chicks, yeah.
Hot chicks.
And then so you did this whole MTV thing. It's huge, and then you got diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah.
And so instead of like hiding it like most people would have done, you went and like, I'm going to make a documentary to try to benefit society with making awareness of it.
Yeah, it was surreal. It changed my life.
Now you have one ball,
I have
right?
one ball. That's certainly the biggest change. Is definitely the lack of ball. No, actually, it's probably not the biggest change. Actually, it really makes you think differently about just life, right?
Yeah.
And it was a surreal thing because I'd just gotten really going with the show. We'd only been on the air for a year, and we had actually moved. The whole staff of our show had moved from New York to Los Angeles right before I got diagnosed. People had given up apartments. It was sort of and so it was kind of this sort of thing where, I had to suddenly quit the show, and I felt sort of horrible about that, and also I was very scared. I had also, we'd filmed everything in my life already up to that point. My parents, and like you meant, doing things with my parents, and my friends were on the show. My life was kind of an open book at that point, so it just seemed kind of like almost a logical next step was to document this, and it's been interesting because I'm touring now, doing stand-up full time and going all around the world, and you sort of really feel like the reach and impact of MTV because that's special. It was an hour-long special, testicular cancer special, and young guys are the people most likely to get testicular cancer. And
how did you discover that you had it?
It was just basically kind of
pee and blood or no?
No pee and blood. No, thank God it wasn't that. That would have been a
not that far further stage.
Yeah. It was just basically kind of pain, a little pain, little swelling, like when I looked down one day and my right nut was the size of a grapefruit. I said, maybe I better go check. I was like walking. I was like, well, this is kind of a little odd, I was like, masturbating constantly to try to kind of. Can I say that on the air? No. It was actually not the size of a grapefruit, but it was a little bit enlarged.
Right.
And so I went down to the doctor and misdiagnosed initially. They put me on antibiotics. I was actually filmed a couple of more episodes of the show while I had cancer without knowing I had cancer. Wow. But it's been a positive thing because lots of young people saw that show and then went to the doctor afterwards, and I get letters and emails, and people come to my shows and thank me for putting that on the air. So if you ever feel like anything's wrong out there, kids down there, something's wrong down there, don't wait around and not go to the doctor because you're embarrassed or because you think it'll go away. Just go to the doctor right away. That's what I would say. That's my piece of advice.
That's a very good piece of advice.
It spreads, and as it spreads, that's how you end up dying from it. But if you get it early, it's very curable, and I'm cancer-free, and it's completely cured.
Yeah. So did you feel completely like a new lease on life? Because a lot of people say when they get cancer or some type of disease and they overcome it, they feel like you know, a different perspective towards life, and you know, and appreciate and value the moment even greater. So
Yeah.
did you have that epiphany, if you will?
Yeah, I absolutely do. I mean, it's not completely cut and dry like that for me, because I'm already sort of a paranoid person to begin with. So it's sort of, I say now, like post-cancer, life has become a mixture of gratitude and sheer panic, you know, because you realize that your body is fragile and you could wake up in the morning and have something wrong with you, or you could die. Not trying to bring the mood down here, but I'm saying, you know, it does make you really grateful that you're alive, and it makes you want to get up every day and be positive, right, and enjoy every moment, and do what you love to do. But it also does make you kind of sometimes sort of a little bit paranoid too, you know. So I try to avoid having my mind go to that place and try to focus on the positive stuff, and it has been good.
So was the movies after the cancer when you
Yeah.
started doing the movies?
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So now you recover.
Yeah.
Now you're like, I'm not going to go back to MTV. We're going to make movies. And you made how many movies?
Well, I made like three or four
yeah.
sort of the bigger ones, and then I did a bunch of sort of smaller independent things, different things. So I've done a bunch of them, but you know, at that period I did about 3 or 4. Like the road trip was fun, and Freddie Got Fingered was the one I got to write and direct, which was a crazy one, and then Stealing Harvard, and I did a few others too. But you know, the thing that was weird about it was that, you know, I tried to really just not, you know, when you're like, obviously you're very passionate about what you do, and you know, I see how you just go, 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 and that's sort of kind of what I was like, and I'm like too. You know, you don't want to stop and take a break. Even when I got cancer, I didn't want to stop and take a break. So after, you know, I was able to just basically get up and walk again, I immediately wanted to jump back into things. But I sort of realize now, looking back at it, that I ended up really being, not to turn this into a therapy session or anything
I need
like
therapy,
that.
so
Yeah,
please.
but I think I could have slowed down a little bit. I mean, I ended up, you know, I made Freddie Got Fingered right after I was still kind of limping around, because they did this lymph node dissection and cut you open. They cut your body open. They took my intestines out, set them on the table.
You're
then
knocked
put it
out,
back
right?
in.
So-
Yeah, you're knocked out. Yeah, it's on. You can actually watch it on my website if you want to see my intestines. You can actually go on my
Oh, yeah?
website and look at them.
And what's the website again?
TomGreen.com. Yeah, the cancer special I posted up on there. So.
Oh, cool.
But you know, I think maybe that's why Freddie Got Fingered might be such a strange film. You know, because I was
You're
just
in a
kind
different
of
place,
like,
yeah.
you know.
And you pretty much, all the stuff that we saw on MTV, did you write that stuff, or do you have like a team of writers that help you?
Yeah, I had friends that would help. When I did the show in Canada, it was a couple of buddies and I would just sit around. We'd go out and just kind of jam on ideas and think, what crazy thing are we going to do today? That was actually the strangest part about transitioning into real television, because then they moved us to New York, and the network basically. I mean, I don't know how much you want to talk about the nitty-gritty of network television stuff.
But it's very, and especially MTV. It you know, everything has to very regiment.
Yeah, I think that's why why I want to start my web show, and why I love doing stand-up, because there's nobody but
Telling you
yourself
what to do.
getting in between you and your ideas. And that's what's amazing about the internet today. You know, because there it was sort of like you're in this sort of bureaucracy, and I would have my ideas, but then the network or the boss, your boss, you know, you get into comedy because you don't want to have a boss, and all of a sudden you're in comedy and you have a boss, right? And so they'd go hire writers, and you know, the writers would be working for the show, but the writers were really working for the boss, and then he'd get all these jokes and try to make you do stuff, and I'd always go, well, I'd always have the last word essentially, because they can't make you go do stuff, right? So it was just a lot of that kind of arguing and stuff going on.
Do you, when you reflect back on your career, was the best time of your career when you didn't have a lot of money, when you didn't know if you were going to make it or not make it, and you were in the trenches doing it with your buddies? Or do you feel that, you know, MTV or the movies, like what period do you look back and are very fond of that was a special time?
You know, honestly, I mean, obviously when I look back at the early years, it was just a lot of, you know, I have a lot of nostalgia towards that. You know, you think about when you're young and everything is new and you're doing things for the first time. It was exciting, but it was also a very scary time, because, you know, I was living in my parents' basement and, you know, working at, you know, Dairy Queen and, you know, when I was a kid, and then I was working, you know, odd jobs to kind of just be able to, you know, have a bit of money, and you're scared because you're going, well, what happens if this doesn't work out?
Right.
You know, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. So I don't miss that.
Right.
So it's every stage has been exciting. Honestly, I'm really having more fun now than I've ever had, though, because I'm 41 years old now. I have a little bit of perspective on everything that's happened to me, and I'm doing this stand-up show that I love.
Which I just saw a whole thing on Showtime. Showtime did a whole 90-minute feature on his stand-up and his kind of retrospective of your career.
Yeah. It's kind of like I'm going back to what I did before, you know, where it's just sort of doing it on your own, and I'm really enjoying it. So it's all been good, though. I mean, MTV was honestly, I'm sort of here whining about a couple of little arguing about some edit or something from 20 years ago, which is kind of ridiculous, because realistically, in the big picture, they saw these goofy bits I did, put them on TV around the world. If they hadn't done that, I wouldn't be able to do stand-up right now like I'm doing. You know,
What's your favorite bit out of all of them? Do you have one that's your favorite?
I think it might be the Slutmobile, actually. Yeah, I think it might be. I've been asked that before, and just because that's one of the first ones where we really said, okay, let's sort of plan this out.
Did you ever see it?
Yeah.
You got to see it.
Yeah,
You got to see it because his father is pissed, but his father is a gentleman. Like, he won't like raise his voice, and so he would just started taking his briefcase and walking down the street to the bus stop to get to work, and then he drives the Slutmobile to the bus stop. Now his father and obviously the neighbors, friends are there, and the dad is just like, Tom, just, you know, he's burning inside, but he won't show that.
And you knew your dad was pissed.
Yeah. And the thing that was fun, he was pissed. Yeah, I knew he was pissed. I knew he was pissed before he knew he was pissed. I knew he was pissed before.
Going into the bit, did you know he's going to be so
You're
pissed?
grounded, Tom. You're grounded.
So you knew, you're like, we're going to do this, and Dad's going to be...
The car is gone. That's what you say, the car, because he bought me a car when I was in college. He used Toyota Camry. He bought me, you know, so I could get to school and stuff.
Is that kind of what you did in Freddie Got Fingered? You did like a thing that you got a car.
Yeah.
That your dad got you a car in the
movie.
LeBaron.
The
convertible.
Freddie Got Fingered is in a lot of ways a metaphor for my life. You know, the kid wanted to be an animator, and his father was sort of saying, why don't you get a real job? And there's a lot of those kind of parallels. But you know, my father was kind of a strict guy growing up. He was an Army guy, Canadian Army. So, you know.
Okay, so
we got an army.
Next Super Bowl, they give you 30 seconds or whatever time. Would you show the Slutmobile? Would that be the thing you show at Super Bowl that everybody in the entire world would see?
Probably not. Probably not today. But you know, if it was a Super Bowl in 1999, absolutely.
Wow.
I think what's sort of like, I don't know.
Society has evolved and transformed with it's a different time.
At the time, you know, this was before the Osbournes, before the Kardashians, before you'd seen like parents and kids arguing on television. So that was really what made it different. You know, like people would come up to me when the show was airing and sort of like,
what are you doing?
Befuddled by what they.
Now it's like commonplace.
Are those your real? They would say, are those your real parents? People thought they were actors.
Right,
they couldn't believe it. So that was sort of, in context, what was sort of fun about the show was it was sort of really caught people off guard. They didn't really know what they were looking at back then. So
now we have some questions that we need to go, some video questions. So let's go to our first one from Alana.
Hey, I'm Devin. I'm Sean. We are
the Galeys.
Oh my God, look at this.
Tom Green, we're huge fans of yours. Yeah. I love how you used to mess around with your parents all the time.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, right.
How do you feel about the Jackass guys stealing your bit?
Tom, don't mess with the parents.
More.
Apparently, Alana was your inspiration, not the guy asking the question or something. So,
well, I don't feel that they stole anything, because they were doing Big Brother videos at the same time that I was doing my show on public access TV, and you know, there was a lot of people at that time who were fans of skateboarding videos, who were out doing their thing. I just happened to maybe be the first one to get a mainstream network to pick it up. So people in the mainstream maybe hadn't seen what the Jackass guys were doing before.
And a lot of people don't know that besides, you know, because you skateboard as well, you rap, right?
Yeah.
You had an actual deal in Canada. Did
Yeah.
you have a deal?
I did, yeah.
And you had a hit song.
Yeah,
right?
it's on YouTube too. When I was a kid, that was when I was like, in 1992, we got a record deal when I was just out of high school, and because we'd been making beats and doing sort of we want to be like the Beastie Boys kind of thing, and we
That's
got
another great clip. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Another great clip with Exhibit.
Yeah.
On your website, you rapping with Exhibit.
That was when Exhibit came on my Webovision show.
Yeah, at your house, yeah.
And you know, he didn't know that I had done this before, and so I sort of surprised him and dropped a beat and handed him a mic, and I said, you know, I want you to rap with me. He said, well, if you inspire me, I'll kick in.
Right.
So.
Can we inspire you right now? Maybe if we have a human beatbox,
Oh,
to
man,
maybe
rap.
drop a little.
magical
Yo, 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 I just want to hump a dead moose. I just want to go on TV and let loose, but I can't, but it's cool for Tom Green to hump a dead moose. I'll do Eminem's line. That's Eminem's line.
Yeah, he obviously, he kind of mimicked your the little parody because you had that in your My Bum Is on there.
Yeah. The thing that's funny about that,
bum song.
about the Eminem thing, I actually, funnily enough, I sometimes get a little embarrassed to rap, which is weird, because if I'm mentally set up to do it, I'll be like, you know, if I go in, I've got a mission, I'm going to show up, I'm going to have the music, I'm going to have the right beat. But whenever people ask me to rap, I always get kind of like, you know, it's one of the few times that I actually sort of shut up and don't know what to say, which was weird, you know. But the
Eminem video.
yeah, the funny thing about that is, if you haven't noticed this already, the Slim Shady, right, where he says, you know, I just want to go on TV and let loose, but I can't, but it's cool for Tom Green to hump a dead moose. My bum is on your lips, my bum is on your lips, right? That's him sort of taking the line from the Bum Bum song. And if you watch the video for Slim Shady, he's running around in that superhero costume, which is my outfit, my superhero costume.
Did he call you to ask you? Did he pay any rights to do this?
No, that was no.
Anything? Did you
no,
meet him? Did you talk to
I've
him?
never met him, but he was totally cool with me through like back channels, because like when I made Freddie Got Fingered, I wanted to put the Slim Shady song in the soundtrack, and he just gave it to us, you know, which he never licenses his music to films.
Wow.
So that was kind of really awesome. But that was a surreal thing, you know, like, because, you know, I didn't know that was going to be showing up in his song. I was just driving down the road one day, and all of a sudden, you know, I hear my name in the song.
And doing a line.
And then that song still plays everywhere, so I'll be, you know, in an elevator in New Zealand or something like that, and you hear your name in there. It's pretty surreal and very cool. And obviously, he's one of the great, you know, geniuses of our time, and it's a real kind of honor to be in the song. So,
Stu, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I was saying that Tom is actually being very humble about
Very
his
humble.
rapping, because I happen to know, you know, just from knowing Tom over the years. First of all, growing up in Canada myself, his song was a huge hit song there. Check the O.R. it was called.
Yeah.
But even in L.A., running into him when me and Jamie Kennedy were doing rapping, we'd always run into Tom. He's worked with the Dust Brothers. He's worked with guys that work with the Beastie Boys. I mean, Tom is a legit rapper who can legit rap.
Yeah.
I just wanted to put it out there. He's being humble.
Can you be like legit?
Well, I mean, if he doesn't want to rap, he doesn't want to
No,
rap.
no,
I'm
like, can we just
saying.
like hear this so he can like kind of just get a little flavor of your beatbox?
He wants me to beatbox?
oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
just says
I
a
know,
little flavor.
I know. Stu Stone can throw it down, man. I've seen. I think we rapped with Jamie Kennedy.
We rapped at the Laugh Factory once.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, Steve-O, ironically, I think crashed that set back then.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
Now you're on tour with him.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, if Tom wants to rap, I'll drop a beat.
Well, no, I just want to hear you drop a beat just so he can sense whether or not he wants to do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just
You
give
can
us
tell
a little
Stu doesn't want to. He
something,
took the
Stu.
foam cover off.
Yeah, he wants to. He's just
Look, he
playing
took the
hard to
cover
get right now.
off.
He took
Like,
the
no, I don't
windscreen
want
off.
to, but
Well, you see, no, you know, I don't want to put Tom on the spot.
All right. No, but Tom wasn't going to rap. We just
Yeah,
wanted
we just
to
wanna
hear
hear
you
you drop a beat.
You want me to drop a beat for
Yeah,
Tom?
just drop a
Yeah.
beat. Go ahead.
Tom Green.
nice.
Nice. No, it's
I could
freaking
continue, but
spit
I don't
all over
wanna-
the microphone.
That's
and-
Stu is very white.
Yeah. No, but that was good. That was good, Stu.
I think I jumped up on stage once at the Laugh Factory and rapped with you and Jamie. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
So let's go to another. I'm looking. What is this thing on the screen here? Just tell
It's
me what
Alana
this
has
is.
a question. She wants to know
I,
what was his inspiration
Oh, that's
growing up.
online though. Okay. So
Yeah.
what's
Yeah,
it?
we thought the
Who is
video.
your? Yeah, I
No,
thought the
that's just
video
a
was going
question
to
from
that.
one of the loyals.
Did you have this shit happen to you when you were doing it in your house?
Technical problems?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We had so many technical problems that the show should have been called Technical Problems. Should have been called Do Not Adjust Your Set, It's Pointless. No, you know, and when I was doing it, when I started doing the show, live streaming was brand new. The stream would crap out, so like you'd finish the show and realize nobody had seen it.
Right.
I remember there was, you know, one of my first times I had a real guest on the show. Brooke Shields came up to do the show, which was really cool. And she got there to the house, and the live stream crapped out, and it wouldn't come on for 2 hours. And she actually was nice enough to just sit around and wait for us to figure out how to get it working. But yeah, we sort of turned that into kind of a part of the show where basically the show really was me sitting there at the desk, the talk show desk, just getting really frustrated and screaming at my technician for an hour every night. But we're taking a lot of the old clips of the parts that actually worked and putting them back up online.
That's great.
Now, so.
And so it must have been insanely surreal to be doing this from your house at the desk and then getting to ask to host, to fill in for Letterman.
Yeah.
One of your heroes.
Yeah. Well, that happened. The Letterman thing happened before I was doing the web show. So it was, in a way, it was just, it was completely surreal and ridiculous.
Were you nervous like right before you go out on the Letterman?
I was in LA and I got a phone call from my manager at the time, and he said, "Are you sitting down?" And I said, "No." He said, "Sit down." I said, "Okay." He said, "You're hosting Letterman tomorrow. Drive to the airport now.
Wow.
You're going to the airport now. Oh, and by the way, you got to write your own monologue."
So you're on a plane doing it?
Yeah, so I just started writing, what am I going to say, you know, and what am I going to do, and I really actually was really kind of grateful that it was the next day, because if it had been in a week, I probably would have had a nervous breakdown or something. But I didn't have time to have a nervous breakdown.
Right.
So it was just like before I knew it, I was walking out on the set, and then it was over, and I was, you know, out having some champagne with my friends and celebrating that we'd just done.
It's amazing.
It was probably the most surreal moment of my life. Standing backstage, waiting to walk out and do a monologue in the Ed Sullivan Theater. And Biff was standing there, and he's the real stage manager.
And how about it was Paul Schaefer?
Paul Schaefer was there,
Right.
he was, and it was
Another Canadian, by the way.
another Canadian, and he was super cool, super nice, and it was amazing. Yeah, amazing.
And you told me that you went into the audience and you apologized.
Yeah, because you know
That's
you
pretty
go
funny.
people
are waiting years to get their tickets.
and then they show up and I'm there.
You're like, ooh.
But I got some good laughs with that, and.
That's great.
And I got a nice letter from Dave, who sent me a nice letter that said, you know, thanks. He thought I did a good job, and that was really, you know. And the question online is, you know, who were my inspirations to get into comedy? David Letterman was the biggest of them all, and so that just made it all that much more surreal, right?
And do you remember how much you got paid to host David Letterman?
I don't know if they paid me. I don't know if they did pay me. I think it was just sort of the
Like
standard.
the scale.
Scale.
Yeah.
Which people don't realize that when you see people on talk shows, they're just getting like scale. That's not like you're getting paid. It's just like, you know, the union after.
But you know what I did get though is, and which is priceless in my book, is I got a Letterman jacket. I got a Late Show jacket.
Oh, really?
You know, the Letterman
Yeah,
jackets with the yellow leather.
Did you
sleeve.
like take the soap out of the dressing room or anything?
Take it.
No, just got the jacket. Yeah.
Do you still have the jacket today?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's do another, just real quick, because I know we have some video questions and I want to get to them. Let's blast through the video questions right now. What's the next one?
Hey Tom, this is Sarah Simonson. I'm from Detroit. I just want to tell you what a huge fan I am of yours. Loved Freddy Got Fingered. Best movie ever. Quick question for you. How are you and Drew Barrymore? Are you guys still tight, or is there any tension between you? What do you say?
Absolutely. No, everything's great. Yeah, she's actually just sitting back there right now watching. So yeah,
Drew.
she's here and everything's good. No, I'm real happy for her though. She's obviously just had a baby and is you know, married now. So I kind of, we don't hang out a lot anymore because of that. But I hear she's doing well. So that's good. Yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry about the questions. I didn't.
No, it's okay. There's no tension. It's just we just sort of have moved on with our lives.
Yeah,
and,
of course.
And I'm really happy for her and that she's found a great thing and is doing good.
And by the way, when she got asked about you, her husband was pissed.
Yeah.
Next question. Oh, that's the last question? We got a contest coming up, Mr. Green.
Yeah.
And we'd love you to be in it, or you can just be a spectator in it, or you can judge it. You can judge it. It's whatever you want to do because you are Tom Green.
Yeah.
And it's St. Patrick's Day.
And it is St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to head over here to the Stu Stone corner.
Yeah.
Drop a beat. Drop a beat for us.
This is my back.
Yeah.
Drop a beat for us.
Here, hello, testing. Listen, Stu's Corner this week, it is St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So in honor of Tom Green and St. Patrick's Day, and in honor of our personal hero around here, Bill Cosby,
Oh, yeah.
we've decided to do a green Jell-O shot contest.
Yeah. Okay.
These shots are loaded with tons of green Jell-O and tons of booze.
Nice.
What kind of booze is
Well,
there?
that's Chris's chef. This is a special secret booze. Hopefully, it's not Everclear absinthe or something like that.
Hopefully it is.
But the question is, who is competing? I know Nathan will be competing. Is it with Stu Stone, or is it Stu Stone competing with Tom Green? Or Tom, would you like to watch because you want to save the room for this evening's festivities when it comes to liquor?
Well, I mean, I'll do one. I don't.
Why do you do one just to show people that it's the real
I'll do
deal?
one.
But he's working.
I would
tonight, so he doesn't drink.
normally, but I don't drink during the day before my
I'll
stand-up
have one
comedy
with you.
performance.
I'll do one with
So
you.
we can test to prove that this is real.
Let's prepare. Let's prepare for tonight.
Look at the size of the trash can versus the
Yeah,
size of the
And,
Jell-O
and
shot.
Tom missed the.
Clearly,
and look at that.
Clearly, I'm not a basketball player.
Tom missed.
Can we get a bigger trash can, Tommy? Do we?
There we go.
Oh, is
All
there?
right. So,
What, is there a trash?
This is the
so
official
we're gonna
trash
do a
can.
little.
This
We're
is
gonna do a
the
little.
trash can.
here
Would
we
you
go.
like to do a little
Oh
toast
yeah,
for
sure.
this
Yeah,
evening?
come on.
For this evening,
I'll do all
in
this.
celebration of our drinking.
And to Tom Green.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Tom Green.
To Tom
Cheers.
Green.
Thanks, guys.
Green. I'm drinking green.
Thanks for having me on.
I don't like mint.
Oh, strong.
How
Nice.
do you do that?
Is
That
there
was
anything
good.
Jell-O in this?
That's good.
Good, right?
Real good. Oh yeah.
Well, I guess I would be happy.
That
to
is strong. That is strong, boy.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know if you want. I don't know if you want to drink all those.
I feel like the room is moving.
Are you okay? You're a light drinker.
Yeah, I feel like the room's moving.
So I'll challenge Nathan. I have no problem challenging Nathan.
Okay.
You
Well,
missed
you know
the
what? So
bubs.
Tom, whose team do you want to be on?
You
You don't have to drink. You're just going to give him the support.
Well, I've been out drinking with Stu, so my bet's on Stu. But I don't know. Yeah, I just have a feeling that he's.
My bet's on Nathan when it comes to that. All right, I'll go over
We
here.
drank a couple times.
All right.
So
all
what's
right.
wait,
Come on, buddy boy.
Every time we finish a shot, we have to ring the bell.
All right. So
Okay?
wait.
So there's time
Is
on
there-
the clock.
There's only
It's okay.
Right.
Just go for it.
there's 4 shots.
Yeah,
so
so-
it's whoever can do them. Can
No,
we?
if I drink 5 shots, I drink 5.
You have to ring the bell.
It's the first
Actually,
one.
Tom will ring one bell. I'll ring a bell when they get done with it. Okay.
Can we uncover
Okay.
them? Or are they?
Uncover
Uncover them.
as you go. As you go.
Oh, as we go.
So let's understand what's going to happen
Please
here.
give me the rules, because this is
We
very.
have one. Well, let's just warm up with this. Let's start with this stuff over here. Let's just start off with the 8 for each, and see who can finish it first, and then we will pick our winner. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's
you
take
tell us
off
when
the
to go.
caps. Take off the caps, players. No, you don't do that. You have to relax. Let me do that
All right,
for
thank
you.
you, thank you.
Tom, please. Take care of your boy.
Missed again.
Oh, he's taking his
Another
glasses off.
Canadian over here.
Absolutely. That's another reason. Yeah,
Yeah,
Canadians.
Canadians,
Canadians know how to
Americans,
drink.
right
Canada
here.
versus
Now
the
we can,
USA.
and we,
Yeah,
and we can use our hands, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, and you can't just drink like
No,
half
you
of
gotta
it. You gotta
finish
finish
it.
it, all right? I
What's-
mean, if you have a little
I mean, you-
residue.
Like, so we gotta like tongue it out, right?
Good luck.
Okay.
Tongue it out. I don't know if you want to tongue it out.
I don't know.
And then Tom,
like-
would you like to say somebody here say?
Do we have some words of wisdom?
Yeah, just give us something. Ready?
Obviously, we do not have a production meter.
No. Oh, here we go. Okay. Here we go. It's 1 for Tom. 2 for Nathan. 3 for Nathan. Go, Nathan! Done! America does it again. Yes, the Olympics here. But ladies and gentlemen, are you all right? You're not getting wasted. It's not that much liquor in there.
Did I?
Because Because that was just the warm-up.
warm-up?
That was just the warm-up. That's like, you know, his warm-up act this evening.
Yeah.
Now we're getting to the headliner,
Yeah.
which is right over here.
2 full
Headliner.
shots of Jägermeister. 2 full bottles of
Here
Jägermeister.
we go.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Here we
Wow.
Whoa, watch your back, watch your back.
Yeah, my back.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Okay.
What? Are you kidding me?
Now,
It's just not.
This,
is not discussed.
ladies and gentlemen,
there we go.
Oh.
is
Maybe like, you can't do that on
Spike-
television.
Jello
You slime
mega
tank.
shots right over here,
slime
as you can see.
It's not even
Wow.
Right there. It's a little watery, so it'll go
Hold
down
on.
nice and
Hold on.
easy.
I
Take a
felt-
nice tight shot at. Tom, would you like to take a shot right over
Hold
here?
on.
Come on.
Let's feel
Right there.
these.
Look up,
Oh,
Tom,
I
right
felt
over the
I
camera there.
felt this before.
We're not on YouTube right now. They've kicked us off, I'm sure.
This is just.
We're on Criss Angel.
So
Okay,
30 seconds. Whoever can
ChrisAngel.com.
beat the most here. What's
Yeah, so
the
we
deal?
have the clock. It's 1 minute. Is it 1
1
minute or
minute?
30 seconds?
30 seconds. Who's gonna eat all this?
30 seconds.
Wow.
I think our teammates should have to hold the bulls.
We can do that. We can hold the
In
bowls.
place.
What, can't use our hands?
No hands.
No hands.
Wow, you're going to be.
One hand. How about one hand?
I guess you could use your hands.
I
This
don't
is
know.
gonna
That
be
sounds like fun with no hands, too.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah. We can do it like that. Just drink it up. All right. Do we have that? We need to mark the lines on this, don't we?
Let's be,
Well,
let's be
I
clear
think
on the
we go
rules.
by
Is it
weight.
No
I
hands
think,
or
I think we go
hands?
by weight.
Oh, we can go by weight.
have
We
a
have a
scale?
scale. Yeah, we'll do a
No,
shot.
but it's not going to necessarily go down.
Is it no
Oh,
hands
yeah,
or
yeah.
hands?
I say no hands.
No hands, okay.
I think no hands.
Well, you
No
give it-
hands? Are you
give it-
drunk?
it's too- it's too-
Are you drunk already? No hands? No hands.
What are you doing? What are you
He's
doing?
drunk. What are you doing?
All right, we'll just do it
What
by
is that?
weight.
What is that?
Right
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
What is
Here
that?
we go. And how do I get the timer going here? This is such a high production facility here.
I'm feeling
How do you know-
trashed.
How do I get this going? All right, yes.
By the way, the
Got it.
entire, the entire
All right.
studio audience is all of a sudden crowded around.
Ready? You want to hit the start
This
button
can't
now,
be
Tom?
good for my career. But
Ready, set, 30 seconds, go! That's 10, it's 1 second.
Wow, look at that. You're,
Wow,
look
wow,
at
wow,
his
what
face.
is he? Wow. Oh my God, that's absolutely disgusting. Oh my God.
I'm sort of looking at it and starting to think that it may be
That's
impossible.
10 seconds.
oh.
Oh, come on, you can't spill
Yeah, you
it.
got to eat that off the floor. Every
Watch
drop.
out for the dogs. Don't let the dogs there.
Cool.
We have 10 seconds left.
Well.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Done. Oh wow. Oh my God. Oh my. No. This will be good television. Just puke it out right now. It's okay. You've already swallowed. You've swallowed already. You can puke it out. It's okay. It counts.
Heimlich maneuver.
So I would say, even though you spilled a little bit on the floor. Oh yeah. It's not
maybe a
even close.
draw. Maybe a
Maybe-
draw.
Yeah, maybe close. It's very close. Let me. I got some on my fingertip. Can I get that off, please? Can I get that off my fingertip, please? Just on my fingertip. I don't want it on my. Did you get any on you?
No, I'm
you
good.
sure you're good? Yeah, you're smart. You're smart not to do that.
Now do your Bill Cosby. Do your Bill Cosby. A booty, hello, the booty.
Rudy, you're grounded.
Rudy, I just ate a leprechaun.
All right, so I think who won the
Anna
contest?
takes this.
I don't know. I think it looks like a tie to me.
Okay,
Tie?
So wait, hold on a
Sudden
second.
death.
So this is what's very interesting. This game has been a tie, but since we both agree that he won the warm-up round, technically Mr. Burton wins.
America.
America.
Yes.
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 Yes, it's a beautiful thing. And we want to thank our very, very special guest, Mr. Tom Green. Tom, you're a great guy.
Chris. Thanks,
I
man.
really appreciate it.
Great
If
to be
you're
here.
in Vegas, definitely go check him out. Go to his website, tomgreen.com. Check out the clips. Find out where he's touring because he's all over the place. He's probably, in my opinion, one of the funniest guys in the world. I love him. He's fantastic. And Stu,
Thanks, man.
Nathan, thank you very much for coming by again. Nathan is back. And we might see you tonight if you're in Vegas. We'll be out.
Stu and I are going to be driving right now because we're trashed.
Yeah, yeah. So thank you so
All the
much. God
cops.
bless you. Live your dream. And we'll
Happy
see
St.
you next
Patrick's
month.
Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Take care. God bless. Yeah.
Thank you. I just want to tell you all a little bit about my background. I was diagnosed 6 years ago with neuroblastoma. It's a very rare cancer, very aggressive cancer, and stage 4 high risk. I went through all the hard treatment, experimental chemo, radiation, all that, and including a few stem cell transplants. And throughout the whole way, it's been the supporters. Every time I feel like I get knocked down, there's always someone there to pick me up, whether it's someone I'm really close to or someone I don't even know. And I just want to thank everyone out there who has stuck with me the whole way. I would not be here without all of you. And although I was given a grim prognosis a few months ago, I try to remain positive all of the time and do stuff like this, spreading awareness about it, because I now know that my life mission is to at least be a part in the cure for cancer, whether it's actually doing it in a laboratory or whatever, or letting everyone know what an important thing this is. So whether you all give 1 cent, or even if you can't even donate 1 cent, just donate time. Go to find events and do whatever you can, because this is an increasing problem in the world, and 1 in 3 people get diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime. That is way too much. As a matter of fact, 1 person on Earth with cancer is way too much. Nobody should ever have to go through what I've been through. And that's my mission. And so I hope you all help. Thank you.
You know, that's the reality in the world is, you know, we're all having fun here today, and you know, you're sitting at home in front of your computer, and, you know, maybe you're watching on your phone or whatever, but there are people out there that wish they could be where you are, and you know, and enjoying life and stuff. So just remember that, you know, like, once again, Thanksgiving is coming, so be thankful that you're here, that you're around people that you love, and you know, put your damn phone down during Thanksgiving and put it all away. Just slow down and, you know,
enjoy every moment.
Yeah, and
really
look at the positive outlook this guy has. That's a message.
What an inspiration you are, man. You're so strong, well-spoken, great positive
Thank
attitude.
you.
Real good kid, man. It's nice to meet a guy like you, man.
Yeah, and positive attitude really does make a huge difference. I've seen people who didn't have a very positive attitude, and it didn't really end well, and I don't want to see that happen. And if you want any more information on my story or anything, just type in my name into Google, Kevin Cordasco. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one other than my dad. And
spell your name, Kevin. Sorry.
Kevin, and then Cordasco, Cordasco. Cordasco, that is Cordasco. And it'll bring up links to my Twitter, YouTube, charity, all that stuff. So anybody who's willing to volunteer a little bit, it's welcome. Thank you.
If you would be so kind as to, let's say that there's someone out there that's alone, they're down, they don't have a great family around them. Maybe they feel alone and they feel trapped and they don't know what to do. What message would you give to someone that really could use, you know, you've been through it, you're going through it. What would you tell someone that maybe feels like they're alone and there's no hope?
Well, in the past few months, I went through a really dark time. My friends would be over, and all of a sudden I would cry, because I just want to be like them. I want to be able to spend my time at school. And I know that sounds weird, but I just want to do normal teenager things. Anybody who is feeling down or just remember, there's always, even though it may not seem like it, there's always the light at the end of the tunnel. There's always something good will happen. You just have to make it happen.
Love it. Love it. Wow, that's so much wisdom for such a young person. You have a very wise soul, man. Wow. Well, guys, I think we're going to wrap up now. We're very thankful to have you here. You've definitely touched us all, and I'm sure all the people watching have been touched by your story. And just you, I mean, you've got such a great attitude.
What an amazing kid, man. Seriously.
Yeah, you see so much crap
Thank
in the
you
world.
very much.
Look at the beauty that's around you, too. So, guys, we once again hope you all have a very happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy it. Remember how blessed you are. And thank you to Criss and everyone that was here today. Of course, Terry Fader, Nathan Burton, Stu Stone. Happy birthday.
Thanks, bud.
Brian Krogstad, the whole staff that made all this happen, the studio, Doug Malloy, Alberto Sr., Andrew, of course, George, cousin George from Polis, and of course everyone behind the scenes. You'll see them in the credits, Steve Parker, Luke Bourgeois, Bob Massey, all the great people. We're going to wrap up and get out of here, but guys, thanks for tuning in.
I'd actually like to especially thank all of the crew and Criss, and I mean, the past month has been an amazing experience because of all of you. You have all changed my life.
Wow.
Thank you very much for everything you have done for me.
Can't say anything more than that.
He's the
All
man.
right.
That's Kevin,
Yes,
everybody.
yes.
Come on.
Be a ham.